Welcome everyone. This is September 2016, Moon Cycle for Soul Momentum. I love my new name that came through in last month's cycle. So welcome, I'm Grace Ambrook from Heart Soul Expansion. And this month certainly is a month for soul momentum because we have two eclipses. The solar eclipse on the new moon, which is Thursday, September the 1st, and then the full moon partial eclipse on Saturday, September the 17th. So we have an opportunity on both of those days to really shift some energy around and to move out outmoded aspects of ourselves that are no longer supporting us, because there is within this energy there's a new portal, like a doorway, a divine doorway being opened, a portal being opened, and this new wave of energy that's actually really supportive of you fulfilling your soul purpose. And in order to receive that, you want the discordant energies out of the way so that you're able to receive the new awareness and the new intuitive guidance that's totally available to you, because it's being carried in through the new portals that are being opened in this cycle. So it's very important that we do this work on the eclipses. I'm going to share a technique with you in a few minutes around how you might do that, and also the grid for this month, which is rocket fuel extraordinaire. I'm sure that's the energy that was making it a little bit challenging to get the video working today, which was amazing. But finally we did, and there was a beautiful butterfly that flew behind the camera. That was a good sign. And so yeah, it's a beautiful image. If you'd like to receive that, then you can fill in the details below, and that will be sent to you. It will help the activations that you do at the eclipse times dramatically. So, but I just want to talk a little bit more about some of this new energy and how it's likely to show up in this month, so that you can be prepared and be able to stay in your heart center more. In this month, the area of relationships is actually quite strong. So both the relationship with yourself, so understanding your gift more, understanding your purpose more, you're going to feel a pull towards that, a strengthening of that desire. And also in your relationships with others. So who are you actually being when in your relationship with others? Are you being your true self, or are you doing the modification version, the version that wants to be liked and accepted, or are you actually being you? And this is going to be up this month, and it's a pretty challenging, can be a pretty challenging aspect. And so it's very important that you understand that this is now not the time to project how you want other people to change or situations to change, but to actually really spend that time going quite deeply inside you and asking, who do you want to be in this relationship? Or who do you want to be in this circumstance? And then finding the strength and the courage to be that person and to have the conversations from that place. So it's a really fast moving energy, which means we have to be on our toes and conscious of who we are, and really, take a breath and get back into that center, and then say your piece. So it's a great opportunity because of the the history of us not actually fully living our purpose, for all sorts of reasons, too many to cover in this short video. But most importantly, now is the time that we are actually able to do things and be truer to ourselves, and the opportunity is there. Because we're in free choice, you still have to make that choice to step into that place. And this is a wonderful month to do that, because with the solar eclipse on the 1st, there's an opportunity here to release the attitudes and the behaviours and the outlooks that are limiting your potential. On the lunar eclipse on September the 17th, the opportunity is to release and transform your relationship with yourself that is blocking your full potential. So the things that are blocking your intuitive guidance and your intuitive trust, the lack of self-love, those the words that you use about yourself to yourself, this is the time for those to really transform, those ones that are no longer serving you, the ones that are based on some false sense of worthiness. So you can dig in deep to that space on the full moon and the partial eclipse on the 17th. The way that you can do that is working with the violet flame from Archangel Zadkiel. So, and our bodies. And because our bodies are the temple for our soul, and they're telling us lots of things all the time. So even when you've had an uneasy interaction with somebody, in this time, I'm really going to invite you to actually feel where you feel that tension in your body, because it's not able to heal anything if you're not able to acknowledge it. So you've got to acknowledge where that interaction felt discordant for you. And once you acknowledge something, you actually say to the universe, I own this, I'm now ready to actually transform it. And working with the violet flame from Archangel Zadkiel is a great, this cycle is a great time to do that, because A, it'll be up, and B, because there's new energy coming in to replace it quite quickly. So I was gifted with a particular phrase that will help to move and transform the discordant energy. And it does take you, first of all, to acknowledge. So I acknowledge that I feel tightness in my solar plexus area or in my gut. I acknowledge that I've just completely tightened up in my neck and shoulders. And so you acknowledge, and then you make the statement. In the sound of universal oneness, I invite the violet flame from Archangel Zadkiel to unwind this pattern and free universal love in its place. Ooh. Absolutely divine. So I've had the pleasure of working with that over the few hours in preparation, and I think that you'll find it really, really helpful and very transformative. So you acknowledge where the tension is, and then you make that statement. For those of you who sign up for the grid, I'll also send those words, type them up for you, and so you can have them handy and as a reference point. And the best way is to, particularly on the 2 eclipses, is to spend some quiet time and use that technique around something specific, so a particular pattern that you might have going on in your body. But during this whole cycle, that acknowledgement and that phrase you can use to really change outmoded aspects of yourself that are blocking your full potential, you living your full potential. So that's it for this month. I truly hope that you take up that opportunity to nourish yourself with this wonderful tool gifted from the universe to you via me. And I look forward to talking to you next month. Bye for now.